Hello, welcome to Boogaloo by Mindfly. In this tutorial, I'm going to be talking about the File Manager, which is where you can upload all your images and files and manage them, hence the name File Manager. And I'm also going to be talking about how to add images to your content areas. So to get started, I'm back here on our Boogaloo demo site on our test page that we've been working on. And I'm just going to click up here on our File Manager button, and that's going to pop it open for us. So this is our parent folder, which is the Uploads folder, and you can always get back to it by clicking on Uploads. Another couple things that I want to point out is you can create new folders in here to help keep yourself organized. I am kind of an organizational fanatic, so I like lots of folders. Here's your upload button for uploading new things. You can create new files, and you can refresh it in case you've been uploading things through FTP and they're not showing up here yet, so you can refresh it to make them show. Some other things to point out is you have your check all and uncheck all if you want to do bulk things, I guess you would call them. You could also, there's also some options to cut and copy and paste if you want to move certain files around or certain folders around and nest them or whatnot. You can rename your files and your images and your folders, and you can delete them and you can zip them up if you want to archive them. So to start out with, I'm going to click into our images folder, and I already have a couple things in here. Here's a nested folder with more images in it, and I'm just going to upload a couple more photos for this tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and click on our upload button, which is going to pop open this box here, and this allows you to browse your computer for it. So I have all mine on my desktop, so they're easy to find, so I'm just going to click on them and click open. This is not a very user-friendly name. I'm not going to remember what it is once it's in my file manager, so I'm going to rename it Mountains so I know what it is when I see it. And I'm going to go ahead and upload a couple more and rename them as well. And down here you can see that all my uploads were successful, so that's good news. I also want to point out, as you have obviously seen, that this upload box stays open until you're done uploading, which I am now, so I'm just going to close out of it. And we can see here in our images folder that they have showed up. So I can click on them and get a preview in this box over here, like so. That's pretty much how you upload any kind of file. It's the same process over and over. Super easy. So I'm just going to click on this up arrow right here, which is going to bring me up a folder level, which is actually my uploads folder. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder, and I'm going to call it PDFs. And I'm going to click into that, and I'm going to upload a PDF. Browse for it in the same way that I did my images. It's on my desktop again. I'm going to click open. File name is okay on this one, so I'm going to click upload. Upload successful. So that's how you use the File Manager to upload and manage any files that you want to add to your site. So I'm just going to close out of this, and now I'm going to show you how to get those images in your content areas. So I'm going to come down here to our main content area that we already have set up. And I'm just going to go ahead and place my cursor somewhere in here that I may want my image. And I'm going to click on the image Insert or Edit Image button here. And it's going to bring you to this box where you can browse for your image. And this should look familiar because we're once again back in our File Manager. I'm in our PDFs folder here, so I don't want that because that's not where my images are. So I'm just going to go home to the Uploads folder, click on Images to find what I want. And maybe I'll insert this lovely bike here. And I'm going to click on Insert. Down here below the picture, I'm going to give it a description of maybe vintage bike, and I'm going to give it the same title. Descriptions are going to be your alternate tags, and titles are going to be when you hover over them, a little pop-up box will show you what it says. These are a great way to get keywords into your content for search engines. They love keywords. And this is also great, especially the image description, which is your alt tag, in case someone, say, is using a screen reader and they obviously can't see the picture, so the screen reader knows what to tell them that the picture is of. And it's also great if people have their images turned off, so download times are faster because they'll still be able to see vintage bike, they'll be able to see what the picture is supposed to be, or if you have a broken link, it'll give the alternate tag. So those are all great reasons why to always fill out your image description and your title tags there. I'm going to click on the appearance tag next and to set the alignment. You'll notice right now this is kind of a preview of what it would look like, your image, and the text sits awkwardly at the bottom here. That's because there's no alignment set. So there's a whole list of choices, but you're really only going to want to use left and right. So I'm going to go ahead and choose left, and you can watch the text wrap nicely around that image. You'll see right here that you can change your dimensions. I would recommend keeping the constrained proportions box checked because you want to keep your image in equal proportions. You don't want it stretched out because that'll look funny and amateur. I would also recommend that you not make your image any bigger than the original because that'll just make it look pixelated and again amateur. And one last recommendation, I would suggest that you at least try to come in close to the file size that you want or the image size that you want in your content, at least relatively close. 300 by 368 may be a little bit too big, but I know it's going to be somewhere in that area. The reason for that is if you upload a ginormous image and then you scale it down via these dimensions right here, it's still going to be a huge file size even though it's small, meaning it's going to take up more bandwidth and it's going to take longer to load in people's web browsers, and people don't like to wait for that. So I would recommend getting sort of close to the actual dimensions, if not spot on to the actual dimensions that you want it to be. There's a lot of other options in here that you're not really going to need. Those are the two biggest ones on the appearance tab. So I'm just going to click insert and we can see our bicycle right there. So I'm going to save this and preview the front to see what it looks like. And there we have our bicycle with our text nicely wrapped around it. And if I just hover over this, you can see vintage bike there, and that's the title tag that I was talking about before. So I'm going to come back to the back here and show you some more options with what you can do with your images. Open this main content again. You can move it around easily by just clicking and dragging it. It kind of goes transparent, so if you have to look pretty closely, but you can place your cursor in different areas. You just want to make sure you don't get it in the middle of a word because that'll look funny. You can also click on it and you can resize it from here just by dragging, and it'll keep it proportioned for you. If you want to change anything, any of the attributes that you set for your image, just click on it to make sure it's highlighted like this. Scroll to the top and click on the image button again, and it'll bring up this box. You can browse for a different picture if you decide you want to change the picture. You can change your description or title, and then you can change your dimensions and your alignment as well from here. So I'm just going to keep it like that and click Save Changes. Preview that from the front one more time just so you can see the size change and the placement. And there you have it. It's moved. It's kind of awkward now. I think I liked it better where it was before, but that's alright. It's just a demonstration, right? So I have one last thing to show you before I end this tutorial, and that is what in the heck do we do with that PDF that we uploaded. So I'm just going to come back to my main content here and say that PDF we uploaded was maybe an application form for employment that you wanted people to be able to download and fill out and get back to you. First I'm just going to move this picture before it drives me nuts and put it back up there. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say download our employment application. I'm just going to highlight some text here and I'm going to create a link. So I'm going to hit the Insert Edit Link button and I'm going to browse for it. It's going to take us to our file manager. It's not going to be in our images folder because I put it in PDFs. Click on PDF and select it there and click Insert. I'm going to open it in a new window and that's about all I'm going to do. And I'm going to click Insert. So this makes us a link here. So if we save those changes right there, preview the front, we get our employment application here. And if we open that, it's going to open in a new window and allow us to view it there. And that is how you use the file manager, how you insert images into your content, and how you link to PDFs that you may upload.